Hey, this is John with Red Dogs Roofing. Doing a roof inspection here this morning, and we've got some rot on this fascia board here. We always try to check out all the details that we can, make sure that we're covering everything that needs done and not leaving anything behind that might cause problems in the future. Roof inspection. This is a Galvalume metal roof. And if you'll see, we've got some rust here and some leaves, which there was a lot more, but I kind of cleaned them off the valley. It's a good idea, always keep the leaves cleaned off your roof. If you'll see here on closer inspection, they've been holding moisture against the metal and caused it to rust quite a bit. And now we've actually got some holes through to the decking underneath. So always try to keep your roof clean, and also using like an aluminum panel or a painted metal will hold up a little more long-term than just the Galvalume panels. Dogs Roofing. Out here doing a little roof inspection this morning, and we can see we've got some damage here. Been repaired a couple of times with two different colors of shingles, and still have some more broken up. Got some exposed fasteners. It's an area we need to get moving on as soon as possible to prevent any further damage to the interior. You can see along this seam, it's kind of a weird little side flashing there, and obviously it's been leaking. It was attempted repair there, it looks like. Always vet your roofing company carefully, ask a lot of questions. That way you can be assured it's getting done right the first time and eliminate these types of headaches down the road really quick. We're always looking for degranulation from the shingles, and an easy way to tell that is by looking in the gutters and seeing the amount there. And you can see we've got a lot of granules. We've probably got ½ an inch sitting in this gutter here. So that's an easy way to tell if your roof is heavily degranulized and due for a change, or at least an inspection and maybe some repair. Okay. Doing a tile roof inspection here and checking out the gutter. You can see we've got some debris here blocking the downspout, so I'm going to go ahead and just clear that out while I'm doing the inspection. That way water can flow through the gutter again and doesn't get backed up. You can see we've got quite a bit of discoloration, some dirt on there. It's a little older roof. We're prepping for a wash using steam and pressure rather than chemicals to remove that dirt and discoloration. Okay. Doing another roof inspection here today, and this one here, shingles got some age, some algae streaks, a little bit of degranulation, but the roof overall doesn't look in too bad of a shape for its age. But we did have some heavy winds here in the last year, and if we go over the roof, the vast majority of these shingles are lifted and completely loose and just laying there waiting for another windstorm to pick them off. So even if your roof looks good, always a good idea to have it inspected regularly and just verify what kind of condition it's in at the moment. Dogs Roofing. Roof inspection here this morning. Just a couple of quick things that we're usually looking for. Of course, missing shingles are a big thing. Or here we've got some damaged shingles. You can see pretty scuffed, some heavy degranulation. Nail pops are another thing where the shingle or potentially even the sheeting nails start backing up through the shingles. We've got some loose shingles where the sealant strip is failing. The shingles are starting to come loose. A lot of different things to look for, but these are just a couple of the general and most common things that you'll see when a roof starts failing. One of the things we always look for, of course, is rotten sheeting. A little bit hard to see on video, but we've got a little dip there. If we take and press down on that, we can see there's some movement. It's soft. We can actually push right through that. Probably leaking around this utility pole and rotting out the sheeting right below it there. Inspection here, and just want to show you guys something really quick. You can see we've got two nails here. One is actually completely through the shingle. It's not holding at all. The other one is actually sticking up out a little bit and pushing up on the upper shingle. Just little details like that where you want to ensure that you've got a contractor that's going to take care of your home and do the install correctly. Out here doing a roof inspection this morning. You can see we've got some pretty extensive damage here. It's been repaired a couple of times, but with the heavy degranulation you can see and the brittleness of the shingles, it's just going to keep breaking up. It's About time to go ahead and replace this entire roof. Doing a shingle roof inspection here, and also we've got this flat roof portion. You can see that spot there that has got some staining and some granule buildup on it, and that's just because this roof wasn't built with the appropriate slope. So we've got some water ponding there, and everything's kind of run into that area and sitting there. It's roofing. Out here doing a tile roof inspection this afternoon. I talk a lot about inspecting your roof closely, spending some time up there, making sure we know all the details of what's going on. We also want to spend some time down here, taking some photos around the house and checking everything out. There's a lot of stuff around the home that needs protected during a project like this, whether it's you know, a water pump, some shrubbery. Up along the side here, we've got some beautiful stamped concrete sidewalk. We want to just check everything out, make sure we know what's around, and get some photos of that so our guys have an awareness of what all they're going to need to protect and take care of during the project. And also having photos of it helps us ensure that everything looks better when we leave than it did when we arrived, and not just the roof but also your landscaping, your yard, all those types of things that we want to take care of and protect while we're doing the project. A little tile roof inspection here. Got these hip cap, and as you can see the cracks in the mortar here, we've got some mortar failure, and since on the installation this was never properly anchored down to the beam underneath, those caps are basically just sitting there loose. Wow. Verify what type of sheeting we have, and if we've got adequate ventilation flow. Any leaks are typically pretty easy to spot from the bottom side here. You can see the staining or rotten sheeting pretty easily. You can see the dark staining on this lower corner of the roof on account of this big tree here. If you're going to have trees close to the house, it's always going to be important to make sure you're choosing a shingle that has a street guard protection. That's going to help limit that algae and streaking on your new roof. Inspection. From the ground, it's often hard to see what kind of shape your roof is really in. This roof looks pretty good from the ground. We get up here a little closer and we can see along this ridge where the mortar is actually failing all the way along, and these tiles are really just sitting here loose.